might not be on for like 2 hours as normal, but I definitely want to kind of come on because I really do appreciate you guys. I've taken some painkillers. I've got a longer form content video planned for Saturday, so all that's coming up. But haven't been feeling myself really since I came home from work um, this morning. So I thought, okay, I'll rest for the day. But it hasn't done a huge amount for me. So just my kind of migraines are quite bad, and it kind of starts from here and goes all the way back. And by like 12 o'clock today, sorry, by 12 o'clock it was really, really bad. So I'll be on for about, I'd say, an hour 15. But hi, Kaya. I was just saying I'll probably be on about an hour and 10 today. Really, my migraines today were so bad. So I've taken some painkillers. How has your day been, and how's your week so far? Because it's Wednesday now. The week is just flying by. Definitely colder here now, but in the UK. So how's your week been? Yeah, today I just was really feeling unwell, but hopefully I'll be okay. Might stay on for maybe an hour and a half, maybe. So I hope you're well. We're going to do like a berry color. You're doing math. Wow. Well, I don't want to disturb you, but I always think 7 o'clock suits everybody because we're a little bit, earlier. But how are you finding math? I had to have a tutor when I was younger because the teacher was good, but the tutor just explained it in a way that for some reason I kind of understood a bit more. It's how they explained it. So even though the teacher in school was good, it was kind of like, hi, Cadillac John, how are you? How the teacher explained it, Kaya, was different to the tutor. Um, so yeah, I don't know, it just worked a bit more. How are you, Cadillac John? Kay is just on now. Hi, Router13. So my name is Kira for anybody new coming in. I know there's a few returning people. I work as a support worker with autistic and Down syndrome. Um, kind of young adults, and then I do makeup on YouTube. I really appreciate you guys subscribing. I am really going to focus on the I did a poll, and lots of you said we'd love to see more makeup tutorials. So on the poll last week I said, what would you like guys like to see on the video section? Lifestyle, makeup, reviews, or tutorials? And 67% of you said makeup tutorials. So I'm going to start that on Saturday. But how have you been, Cadillac John? You're still on your makeup journey. So how have you been finding it? I know we talked about clothes, and like we like different kind of clothes, don't we? We like something that's not the norm, kind of colorful and things like that. Router13, where are you from? I'm from Ireland. I'm Dublin in Ireland. So I'm actually starting from scratch with you guys, skincare, everything. But Kaya, I hope math is going well. And this time suits everybody. I'm good, Syed. Thank you I hope I pronounced your name right. Hope you're well. So yes, we're starting from scratch. Now, I know, guys, something occurred to me the other day. Teddy bear, Too Faced teddy bear, is quite high end. Now I got it, guys, 3 years ago, on a deal. If you want something that's not as expensive, I have a little dupe for you. So that's exciting. So hello from Dublin. Thank you. Cadillac John, I'm still learning and still wearing ladies' outfits and hosiery. Okay, have you found any like new clothes or new kind of floral designs? I'm really into like the floral and the unusual kind of clothes and things like that. Kaya, my question right now is 432.0 to 3. Okay. So do you have to work out the difference? Is it division? So what I wanted to do, guys, is just show you something that if the Too Faced teddy bear palette is a little bit out of your price range, there is a company called Beauty Glazed. So Beauty Glazed are kind of the lower end, but they are really good. Once you have an eye primer, guys, they're absolutely fine. So if I show you the color stories, okay, so you divide 3. So you're dividing 432 by 3. Okay, and is that fractions as well as division? I'm looking for an outfit for Halloween. Oh yes, Halloween is kind of, It's not, lots of children used to, and young teenagers used to trick or treat, and now it's more like kind of dances, and they still do the dressing up and things, and like the younger children trick or treat from about say 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and then um and then it's kind of more like they watch movies and things like that indoors. It's not as kind of celebrated as when I was a child. Yeah, but I think it's still good. um Not sure what kind of makeup to use. Okay, well, I hope everything helps here. Do take a look at my videos. I do a lot of reviews on palettes, eyeshadow palettes. I am getting some clothes from Shein. I would look at Shein, Cadillac John. They're like a online, you've probably heard of them. They're an online clothing store, but they also do homeware, but their clothes are really different. So if you search something like floral pattern, or they've got amazing, and they cater to all sizes. So I've got a Shein kind of haul, as you say, coming soon. um I think it's 144. Yes, I think so, just going on my quick math. um so yes, this is the kind of color story. So you have two color stories here. So on the last live, we did more of the gold medium tones, and these are the berry tones here, so very autonomous. But if you're saying, and it's got a mirror, but I won't blind you guys. um but Kaya, how do you find your teacher? Are they kind of really good at kind of explaining, or do you I think it's really important when you do maths as well, that you have a teacher that you kind of, that kind of gets you, because everybody learns a different way, particularly with numbers. Numbers and teaching maths is quite a thing, because you can't just cater to one child or young adult that thinks a certain way. You have to kind of think, when you're teaching maths and fractions, about how everybody learns. So yeah, it must be a big thing. Um, uh, Cadillac John, yes, I heard of them. Yes, they're great, honestly, and they've got really kind of, you could even, whatever you type, they will bring something up, and that's what I like, is the variation, because nobody's the same, particularly with clothing. And the other thing I'll say, Cadillac John, is the price. The prices are amazing. So if you don't want to spend, a certain amount, wow. Now, I'm not sure if they're in the US, but definitely check them out. I know they're in Europe. So this is the Beauty Glazed, and this is kind of like the alternative. So this is certainly price friendly, and it even has a concealer primer right here that you put on first. So if you look, and I'll try to get them both in frame. If you look at them both, they are super, super similar. And I was just thinking to myself the other day when I was decluttering, these two, one is high end, one is low end. And actually, if you've got a good eye primer, and also, guys, concealer can be used as eye primer too. This is amazing. This will be perfect. So yeah, the last one was gold. I do have the new NYX blushes review on my longer form content, so you can look at that. But yes, Kaya, I hope your teacher kind of has a way, or even at home, do you find like your dad or mom is good? Um, in some exams, Kaya, we were allowed to use calculators, and others we weren't. It just depended on what the maths question was. So there you go, guys. And it's only because I was looking at them. Look how similar. Isn't that crazy? Look how similar. So yes, so we might do a similar eye color on each one and see if we get like super similar results. But I've had to take like a big painkiller, guys, to come on, because this kind of migraine, it kind of, I don't know if you guys get it, but it starts from here. And then if you've ever kind of suffered from it, and it starts over a couple of, say, 20 minutes, half an hour, it starts to kind of go right to the back. And then before you know it, you're kind of trying to struggle during the day to do things, or if you're writing, or because I'm doing a course at the minute with skincare, so I had a lot of essays to do today, and I had to just take a break because I couldn't do it because I was on the laptop, and the screens on the laptop are quite bright. So yeah, oh, he's good and funny. That's great, because that's brilliant, especially with a maths teacher, because he's super, open-minded to teaching different ways. That's really good. That's really, really good. Okay, so they're the eyeshadow palettes we're working with today. So we're going to do our skincare. But yeah, Cadillac John, Shein, amazing. So SHEIN. And then Cadillac John, they have a section. If you type in She Glam, That's all their makeup section. So they do foundations, eyeshadows, mascaras. It's actually honestly, it's really, really good. I just hope it's available in the US. I'm not I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's available in the US. So today, because the colors are super strong, I'm going to go with a really easy foundation, and I would say they're kind of tinted sticks. These are the Essence foundation sticks. I've got 3 colors. Now the reason you're saying, why does she have 3? Basically, I asked for 160, and then 90 came, and then I let them know, and then 150 came, and then eventually I got 160. So now I've got 3. So there you go. It was very unintentional, but customer service were amazing. So we're going to do our skincare first, guys. Okay. Kaya is 652 divided by 5 equals 3260. I'm trying to just read that. I will have a quick think about that. I'm just going to cleanse my face. Do you use sunscreen before makeup? Absolutely. Cadillac John, minimum, I would say 30 SPF. The maximum, I think we were talking about that a while ago, weren't we? You, me, and Sarah. The maximum I found was SPF 50, but you can get, I think in America, SPF 70 to 100. So I'm just cleansing with cleansing wipes, guys. So I do serums and then I do SPF. So today I'm going to go in with the Goju Berry Gel Moisturizer, and then water cream, guys. Water cream is amazing. So this is L'Oreal. Men and women can wear it. I always say to men and my friends that are guys, you know, use SPF and creams, you know, for sure. This is Hyaluronic Replumping Water Cream from L'Oreal. So we're going to use that. Now, because I'm not going out, guys, so I'm not going to kind of go outside. I'm going to skip the SPF, but I am going to show you a L'Oreal product that I use. It is Kaya. Oh, great, Kaya. Sorry. I will certainly help you throughout today if you need to. This is L'Oreal Paris Triple Action. So it has, and it's for normal to dry skin. It's for day, but it does have multi-protection day SPF. So that's a good one as well. So Garnier are actually really good too. Okay. So Kaya, is your school doing anything for Halloween? I know the schools here, one of the high schools and elementary are kind of putting on a dance, but they're also putting on like a movie night in the school as well, like a Halloween movie night. And then the dances if they want to kind of dress up and stuff as well. It's quite nice. So what we're going to do, Cadillac John, I use 70, absolutely. Minimum I use is 30. The highest I ever found when you don't go online was 50, but I'm sure if I went onto Amazon, I could get SPF 70. But in the UK and Ireland, we're quite, you know, lucky in that usually we don't have to use any more than SPF 50. In saying that, this summer is probably one of the hottest summers we ever had. So I'm going to start off with a vitamin E skin moisture boost facial serum. And we're just going to press that down like that. So have you just got math homework, Kaya, or have you got a couple of things to do today? We used to say be given like geography or math homework on the Monday or Wednesday or Thursday, and then we used to have to hand it in on the Friday. So we would have like the week to do it, but some schools are different. They'll give you like math homework on the Monday or Tuesday and expect it the next day. So it can be different sometimes in different schools, but it was good to have it kind of a couple of days early, because then you could have a couple of days to do it, you know. Okay, but yeah, Cadillac John, use 70 is great, SPF 70. So that was just, if you're wondering, this is Vitamin E by Superdrug. So if anyone isn't in the UK, Superdrug is like Ulta over here. So it's their own moisture boost. It's a serum. Again, serum, anytime you hear serum, even in foundations, you're going to see a lot of skincare. The next thing we're going to do is go for the goju berry extract with grapefruit, and this again is a gel moisturizer, so it's more of a detox. So we're going to do that too, and this is again from Superdrug, which is like our version of Ulta over here. and it has goji berry nourishing gel moisturizer, detoxifies skin infused with vitamin C. Now, something to take note of, guys, and I'm doing a skincare course, and I thought it might be useful to share. Nathan Johnson is the person that I'm doing the course with, and he said the first three ingredients on anything, that's foundation, serums, moisturizer, the first three serums are the highest content. So if you get a vitamin C serum, for example, and we look at the ingredients, vitamin C is the third. So vitamin C is the third ingredient. So that's so as they list them, it gets lower. So just something to keep in mind. So if you're thinking, oh, I want hyaluronic acid, or I need peptides, or I need vitamin C, if that, say you look for hyaluronic acid and it's like the fifth or sixth on the list, it's lower. If it's the first or second, it's the highest. So that's just something to keep note of. Cadillac John, the vitamin E doesn't have a scent, this one here, but the goji berry kind of has that kind of, I would say not goji berry, it is goji berry, but it has more of an orange kind of scent, tangerine scent, for sure. Yeah, it smells quite strong, but then as you put it on, Cadillac John, it kind of, it starts to fade, so the scent isn't as strong. Kaya, yes, every Friday we have math homework. So you've got the weekend, I guess, then. And when do you have to submit it? Is it the following Friday or is it the Monday? So yes, Cadillac John, this certainly, as I moisturize my skin, I can smell it, but within about 60 seconds, it goes. So if you're somebody who can't really take a lot of scents, or like you just don't like the feeling of scents, but you can see how glossy it is from putting it on. So that was the Superdrugs Detoxifying Nourishing Gel Moisturizer. Now we're going to go in with that L'Oreal Hyaluronic Acid Water Cream. So anytime you hear water cream, that's huge hydration for your skin. Huge hydration. So we're going to do that now. I'll just show you. So if you're looking for it, it's called L'Oreal Revitalift Filler Hyaluronic Replumping Water Cream. And then if you go to the back, always look at the ingredients. So if you go to the back, hyaluronic replumping water is the third ingredient listed. So it's the third strongest. So that's just something to take note of. So the other great thing, this has a pump. So you pump it once and it has the amount you need basically. So, and always let any moisturizer or primer set for 30 seconds on your skin. So if you have a primer, let that set for 30 seconds before you go in with your skin tint or foundation. Okay. So do you have, I guess you have the weekend, Kaya, if they want it on Monday, or then you have a week to do your maths homework if they want it the following Friday. So that's, I was just using up what was on the lid there. So it only gives you what you need. So again, you're not wasting too much product either. So now we're going to go in with our primer. Now, if I was going out, guys, I would certainly put on SPF, but I'm not. So I'm going to skip that step. But obviously, I certainly would if I needed to. So again, this is W7 and it's the green primer. Now, W7 are like a very, very affordable brand and they do dupe a lot of products. So this, you might recognize the packaging. This is Smashbox Dupe, basically, which is a higher end primer. Now you can get it in clear and purple. The green is for color correction. So you can see here, guys, I've got natural redness that just doesn't seem to go. I've had it since I was a kid. I can't, start to move there. Sorry, guys, the camera. I've had it since I was a child, just that redness. So green or purple is going to color correct anything that you have. So this is what it looks like. It comes out like a gel. So if you're wondering what that is, it actually is just the word W and the letter and the word W and the number 7, W7. That's what the product company name are, and it's just their Prime Magic anti-redness primer. So that's what we're going to do. That's as much as you need, and then it does go on clear. So if you're wondering, it's green. It does go on really clear, but put it in the areas that you really struggle with redness. And the T-zone. So that's what we're going to do. But Kaya, are you enjoying this year, this school term so far? How are you finding it? I will throw out the live, guys, just keep on checking on my settings, the chat filter, just for all. Okay, so now I'm going back because I took the chat filter off, guys, and now it's showing me messages I didn't see before. So Prod says front door or back door, Cadillac John. Okay, thanks. Cadillac John, I love the scents. I'm trying to find a good ladies perfume also. I love Chanel No. 5, but that's super old school, isn't it? Kaya, no, we take one question each. Okay. Cadillac, I definitely need some things to hydrate my skin. I would certainly recommend this. Honestly, L'Oreal Revitalift Hyaluronic Replumping Cream. So I definitely would recommend that. Kaya, yeah, Kaya, good. I'm glad it's going well, Kaya. I'm glad. Okay, so we've popped on the primer. We've definitely left it 30 seconds. And now we're going to remember which one these are my skin tones. So I'm thinking just by looking at them, 150 is probably yeah, Chanel No. 5, but that's so old school. There's so many out there, isn't there, Cadillac John? But for me, it was just something as I was growing up, I loved, or Mademoiselle is the other Chanel Mademoiselle. That's lovely as well. Okay, so this is 150. That's what it looks like. And if I just show you guys, if you're ever in a store and there's a tester, and you're like, I don't know if this is my shade, if you turn and go by the jawline, and it doesn't look like, and if you it doesn't need a lot, then that it's yours. So see how that just blended in almost like my skin color? That's when you know you've got the right color. So this is Essence 150 Essence foundation stick. Again, Essence are really good in terms of kind of cost. So I'm going to pop that around the skin. I've hydrated the skin as much as possible. Passport Pioneer, hello from China, hello. Cadillac John, I want something with a good feminine scent. Estee Lauder do perfume as well. They're they've got really feminine scents. So I know this looks a bit crazy, but we're going to blend it all in with my buffing brush or my blender sponge even. And Kaya, I'm done with math. Do you mean that in the sense of it's frustrating, or you're actually done with your homework tonight? Is it late for you there, Kaya, time-wise? So as you can see, guys, I'm just pushing this into the skin. I'm not dragging the skin in any way. That's why I like sponges sometimes, because even though brushes are super quick, guys, and obviously time-wise, they save you time. When you're using a sponge, all you're doing is kind of putting this, maneuvering it around. It's 8:23, so you're an hour ahead. Okay. So not too, but I'm thinking of trying to just get, because these painkillers, guys, they work for like a certain amount of time. So I'm hoping to get it like under an hour and a half, which hopefully suits everybody, if that's okay. Just today, for some reason, guys, the migraines just hit me like, I don't know. Cadillac John, Estee Lauder, it sounds pretty good. I've heard it is. Yeah, absolutely. I'm done with my math homework. Yay. Absolutely. That's amazing. That's amazing. You can relax now. You can relax. So all that's done, guys, is really, I've obviously color matched here, but it just tones down the redness. And you can even see I still need a little bit of correction because I do suffer from redness. I don't know how many times I drink water, anything. I think it must be genetic. I'm so glad you're finished. You can relax, Kaya. Cadillac, your skin looks better already. Oh, thank you. And this is just a foundation stick, guys. It's not heavy, so you're still kind of, you don't feel like medium, you don't need medium to heavy coverage. It does a lot for you. So VS Animations, hi VS Animations. Thank you for joining. So guys, look at that. So what we're going to do now is just use our concealer in the T-zone. So the T-zone is just here and then across. So anywhere that you feel, for me, the T-zone is where the oil starts to come out throughout the day. So you the chin area, around the nose, and we're going to use I'm doing really well with the e.l.f. I'm doing really well with e.l.f. I'm on a no-buy, guys. I know I got 2 blushes, but they were like a deal on TikTok, and I had to throw out 2, so that was the only reason I had that. But no buy, if you don't know what it means, if you're in the States or if you're in a different country, it basically means you have a, you buy things regularly, say makeup or games, even if you're a gamer, anything like that, and then you say, okay, I need to save money. I'm going to kind of step back from that. So I'm not going to buy. So no buy. So I'm on that for I'm on that probably till January now. Hi VS Animations. Hi Andrea. How are you? Oh my goodness. I hope you're okay and hope you're well. VS Animations from where I'm from Ireland, originally in Dublin, but I'm living in the UK. Cadillac John at Makeup Tutorials with Andrea. Hello. It's great to see you, Andrea. Oh my God, I'm so happy you're here. I was just saying I'm on some painkillers so I can come on and do this makeup quickly. Today, the migraines just hit really bad, but I hope you're okay, Andrea. I've been looking at your videos. They're amazing. Guys, check her video out, her channel out. If you're looking, online or you're on replay, definitely check out Makeup Tutorials with Andrea. It's a really good channel. Okay, so we're going to go in with that concealer, guys, because I definitely need it. My two favorite makeup ladies are here. Oh, yeah, I love your channel, Andrea. Okay, it's always when you need something, guys, and I thought I was doing really well with my organization. All I'm looking for, okay, so I did say, guys, I was going to go in. Yes, I did, sorry. So look how well I'm doing with that, guys. So I'm not going to get a new one. This is the Camo Concealer and Hydrating Makeup Tutorial with Andrea. Oh, Kira, I feel so rough. I'm on painkillers too. I've got a bad toothache. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that, because toothache is the worst, because it affects the jaw, then it affects the head. Oh my goodness, I hope you've got something to take. Because yeah, I had a really bad migraine this morning, and I was just saying at the start, it started here, and I thought, okay, I'll have water, I'll keep doing it throughout the day. Then it just started to go all the way. I couldn't even see properly today. It was like, and I was thinking, oh my God, don't know if I'm going to be able to make the live. So I've taken some painkillers that have taken it to the point where I can do a live. And then I think, yeah. But I hope have you got any painkillers to take? Toothache is the worst, guys. Honestly, it really is. Just, I would put it up there like migraines. It's the same kind of pain level, because then you're also a toothache, then it affects your appetite, because you don't want to, you're chewing your food. Yeah, so I hope it gets better for you, or you've got something to take just to take the edge off. With the NHS here, dentists, and I know that I have to go private because they won't accept me as an NHS kind of student. Gosh, guys, I'm not with it. Sorry, NHS patient even. Cadillac John, antibiotics help. Okay. Yes, you're having sinusitis issues. Oh my goodness. And you're taking ibuprofen and Paris. Good, because one is like an anti-inflammatory and one is a pain relief. Yeah, that's good. I hope they're working or taking the edge off for you. But trying to even get like the dentist just to see, even to get a checkup is so, I find, is really tough, unless you're willing to pay, which I don't have that right now. The guys I work with, because of their illnesses, they all have like they all have like, what do you call it, exemptions. So antibiotics or things like that, they don't have to pay, which is really good. But because of their illnesses. But if you wanted to if I wanted to go in and get a check, or you remember last year or the beginning of the year with all that tooth issues I had, all that had to be paid for privately. It was horrible, it really was. Everywhere is private here too. I can't afford to pay private. I know, and that's what stops people from going to the dentist. Cadillac John, it's hard to get a dental appointment these days. Yeah, it is. I don't know what's going on. It's the same here. It's really hard to, even if you're on an NHS patient, it's like you're on like a waiting list or something. Even my last GP, and I haven't gone to the new GP that I'm with now, they used to, I think we were saying that before, Andrea, like a couple of months ago, that the receptionist would like question you and say, okay, and then the doctor would phone you, and like it was all kind of like based on, you almost had to do an interview to try and get a doctor's appointment. But I hope that are you going to try and get a doctor's or a dentist appointment, Andrea, or have you got one already? Cadillac John at Makeup Tutorials with Andrea. I just got a new tube of SPF 70. The other one expired. I found it online. Yeah, SPF 70 is really good. I think we were saying, weren't we, that unless you go online in the UK and Ireland, to be fair, the max you would find in a shop is like SPF 50. But I think if we went online over here, like Amazon, and we just typed in SPF 50 or 70 on Amazon, we could probably get it. But I don't think you could walk into a shop, as far as I know. I might be wrong. And just look and yeah, Makeup Andrea. Oh, whoa, SPF is high. Yeah, it's really high. I think the max I've ever got was 50. So that's kind of the elf. And all I've done is popped it in the T-zone. We are going to set everything. But I was saying, if anyone's missed it, guys, I know I do the Too Faced teddy bear a lot, but if you've seen at the start, I do have a dupe for you. And I'll put them up side by side again, just so you can see how similar they are. So this is the Beauty Glazed, and it's their Perfect eyeshadow palette. So that, look at that, amazing. And then how similar they are. I was doing like a declutter on eyeshadow palettes as well, and I was opening them and spraying them, and I thought, my god, they're so similar. I have to tell people that maybe are on a budget. So this is the Too Faced teddy bear palette. It's a little bit more expensive, but if I put those together, guys, look at that. Look how similar that is, guys. $7.99 on Amazon, £35 on Cult Beauty. But look at that, amazing. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind, guys. If you're on a low buy as well, low buy, if you're not familiar with that, is just you kind of set an amount of money you're willing to pay for makeup and things like that. But I'll just show you once more, guys. Look at that. Like, how similar, seriously. So what I was going to do was one eyeshadow with one and one eyeshadow with the other, and see if we can kind of tell the difference. Okay. Okay. Cadillac John, I have bad skin. Okay. Makeup Tutorials with Andrea. I've tried getting into the dentist. They say they won't take on NHS patients, only private. And with me not working, I can't afford it. That's what they told me. And because it's horrible, because you're just kind of pigeonholed then. Cadillac John, makeup is an improvement for me. Cadillac John, I wish you were in the US. I would get you to my dentist. Is that all private in the US? Cadillac John, privatized. Cadillac John, love all those colors. I couldn't, it was only when I was decluttering, because I decluttered the blushes, and that's why I have those NYX ones. And I was just spraying them, because I spray them if I'm going to keep them, with like hygiene antibacterial spray. And I just thought, how similar, you know. So yeah, we'll do that today. Yeah, an emergency dentist. Yeah, I think so. That would be a really good idea if it's getting to the point where you really need help. Cadillac John, you should do that, Andrea. Yeah. It's like, what are we supposed to do? Suffer. I know. The dentist here will take anybody, even if you don't have insurance. Wow, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. That wouldn't happen here. Even in Ireland, that wouldn't happen. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're finished with our foundation sticks. That's really amazing. For some reason, I thought it was like you had to have insurance and everything was privatized. That's really good. Okay, I'm just going to look for my setting powder. This is the Revolution, and it's the Rose baking powder. I've been using it for a while now. That's really good, John, that's possible for people, because Andrea, are you going to go to an emergency dentist, do you think? Is that an option or in your area? Sometimes I know in Banbury it wasn't an option for me, but in where I am now, at least thankfully, if I ever needed, there is an emergency dentist. I don't know if I'd be a priority, or I don't know that, but if you have one, that'd be great. So this is just what it looks like, guys. And I'm just going to use this little triangle puff that I have. Okay, and that's what it looks like. And all I'm doing is just popping that underneath. I've got, I might have to try if I don't get any better. Absolutely, absolutely. I've got an MRI on Friday, so hopefully I'll find out the answers to why I'm falling every kind of couple of days and not feeling my legs and just going going down. So it would be nice if they found something. And it's only because I think it was a cancellation, because when I went to the consultation, she said, I'm sorry, you're going to be waiting about 5 months. And then last week I got an appointment, so I presume it was a cancellation. Um, yeah, I think definitely go if you feel it's just not getting better. It's terrible that we have to do that here, but at least there's an emergency dentist, just explain, you know, that's what they're there for, I guess. So hopefully you do get taken on. Pain is just horrible when it affects your head or your mouth or jaw. Head, mouth, and jaw is going to affect how your day goes. Legs, arms, things like that. They're very painful, but you can kind of try and maneuver the day as best you can. When it's your head, your whole day is either you're in bed, the lights have to be off if you've got a migraine, you can't eat if you've got a toothache, so it really affects you with your teeth. It really does affect you. So I hope you do get seen by the emergency dentist. So I'm just going to go in with that Vitamin E Collections setting powder. It's going to look very pale to you on screen, but when it comes to the I say that now, and I bet you yes. When it comes to the application, it goes on clear. So, Cadillac John, I might wear some makeup to my next dental appointment, trying to get more comfortable wearing in public. Absolutely. The only person you have to impress is yourself. It's so easy to say. I know I go out in the same clothes, black trousers, a dark coloured jumper. I don't know why, because I'm just not confident. I always do it, even in work. And then I like something like this, I'd wear maybe on here, or if I was actually going out, which is very rare. But I need to kind of get more relaxed with myself too, so I can understand kind of not being comfortable. But makeup, I guess you can be really creative, can't you? Have you found a foundation that suits you, Cadillac John, or have you found like a blush or a bronzer? Makeup tutorials with Andrea, 5 months to wait, then you're falling so frequently. What do they want you to do? Knock yourself out. I know. So the first time I fell was when I was in Banbury moving, and that was outside, which is probably the worst one. Just moving a box from the van. And the thing is with this, you don't get any kind of, there's no aura, there's no kind of, you don't really feel anything before. So you just go down, just went down completely, cut all this side of my body, all the side of my leg. And then 3 weeks ago, which was the one that I was really self-conscious about, is I was coming down the stairs in work and I fell down because the leg just went like as if it wasn't there. So I fell right down the stairs. So that was, and again, I had cuts. I don't know if they're healing now, but they're down, more so down my leg. But don't really know what's going on, because I don't get like any preparation that it's going to happen. Like there's no aura, and then it just doesn't matter where you are, just kind of happens. So um makeup tutorial, you should do you, John. Yeah. Cadillac John, I wore some shorts with my pantyhose in public, so it's fun. Okay. Cadillac John, I was using some of my mom's leftover makeup. I remember you saying that. Yeah. Makeup tutorials with Andrea. Oh no, I hope you get some answers soon. So do I, because it would be great to just find out what it could be. So this is what it looks like. I know you're going to think, wow, that's very, very pale, but I'll just show you what it is. This is Collections, and it's their mattifying powder enriched with vitamin E, but it's the first powder I ever found, guys, that has SPF 20. So Collections is in Superdrug. Might be in Boots, I'm not quite sure. But that's the first powder I ever found that has SPF 20. Kaya, I wasn't sure if you were still here, but always, I'm always here to chat. Kira, I'm going shopping in 2 days. Wow, what are you going to go shopping for? Makeup tutorials every day. I'm just going to grab a shower. I'll be back in 10. No problem, Andrea. Cadillac John, I need to get some better stuff and experiment more. Yeah, it's great to experiment, isn't it? Just to kind of see what suits you. So I'm just going to get my powder brush and show you. So Kaya, what are you buying? You're going shopping in 2 days. So the weekend you're going shopping. Are you going with your mom or your dad or friends? So it's going to look white, but guys, it won't take the color away. If I show you, it just sets everything we've done. So you can see this is the side I did the powder on. This is the side that doesn't have the powder, and there's no real difference. And that's what you want. So I know it looks really pale and it can put people off, but actually it's okay. It's all right. And it's got SPF 20. So it's great. So all I'm doing is kind of popping that around the face. I need to get Kaya, just shop. It had everything. A, not I, and it's with my dad. Just to shop, it had everything. Wow, that's good. And you're going with your dad. That's great. And Cadillac John said he's going shopping tomorrow. Are you going clothes shopping, Cadillac John? Kaya, is there anything in shopping that you're really looking for specifically? Okay, so that's that, guys. And SPF 20, which is really good if you find in like a powder form. And that's all you need. So what we're going to do now is go in with another really affordable brand, which is Rimmel. And this is just their natural mattifying bronzer. So in the spring and the summer, you would have seen a lot of videos and lives of me really focusing on shimmer and glow. And I think for the autumn, I'm going to kind of go very colorful, but I'm going to do matte. I'm going to do matte, you know. So this is 001 Sunlight Natural Bronzer from Rimmel. So Kaya, that's going to be exciting, you know, going shopping with your dad. Cadillac says shopping at a dance store. They let me wear them in the store and I try on skirts. Okay. This is what it looks like, guys. So it's going to be matte, but it's really, that's what you're looking at. Now I know it looks really light, but once it's on the skin, you'll see what I mean. So this is just the Real Techniques contour brush. And this is what we're just going to take that around where the sun naturally hits your face, which is usually the forehead, the cheekbones, and the nose area. A bit different to a contour. I do have a contour video up if you want to have a look on my video section. Contour, how to, basically. It was requested. I remember going shopping, Kaya, with my parents during the school year. And we usually got books, pens, pencil cases, and then clothes. That was what I got usually. I liked that kind of stuff when I was that age. I liked certain kind of stationery, pen, things like that. And then I liked certain clothes, and that's what we used to do. So you can see, guys, it's definitely, you can see there's bronzer there. But it's definitely not shimmery or glowy in any way. And you definitely, if you want to wear shimmer in the autumn and winter, absolutely, you do you. But for me, I just prefer the matte look, particularly if we're going to go for a really strong eyeshadow color, with like the bronze and the blush. So that's that, guys. You can see it's kind of, if I turn, it definitely goes back to the hairline, so it looks natural. So a bronzer is like, okay, she got a suntan. That's kind of what a bronzer is. A contour is going to bring the face in. So anything you contour, if I do that, guys, can you see the shadow? That's how much you contour. It's going to make you look smaller. It's going to make you your jawline go in. A lot of actresses do it and singers, because it just changes your face shape. So do take a look. I've got a video on that. We're going to go and I'm going to show you a blush now. So Cadillac John, this is so much fun. I love chatting with you. That's great, Cadillac John. I love chatting with you guys too. You know, I love finding out how your days have been, and you know, and finding out how you guys are doing. So this is NYX Professional Buttermelt Blush. And this is in terracotta and it's called Feeling Butter. And you wouldn't expect, guys, I do have another, my recent video is a review of this one and Berries, which I will show you. So I got two. So I've got Feeling Butter and Butter Than Before. And this is Deep Raspberry and this is terracotta. So we're going to go with the terracotta because the raspberry kind of color, reddish burgundy, will be on the eyes. So this is the terracotta. Look at that. And then you've got, and I will hold them up side by side. Then you've got Berries. So look at that, guys. So here's the two together. And then I'm going to swatch them for you. And we're going to be using, this one here. And again, I do have a video. Do check the video out afterwards. So I'm going to swatch this. This is so much fun. Love chatting with you. It looks good. So this is, look at that, guys. Whoa, look at that. Like super strong. Okay. And then here's the next one. And we're going to swatch that. Like, look at those. Wow. You know, so you're definitely going to get your money's worth with this. So this is NYX, if you're wondering, the NYX. So I'm going to pop the berries one away. Love that color, so pretty. Do you mean this one? I love them both, but I think this one will suit today. Let's do a swatch on my arm just to see how they go. Okay, so we're using this one. So if I just swatch it for you guys, let's just have a quick, wow. So look at that, amazing. So yeah, I was very impressed, very impressed. Okay, Saidu Mosawala, hey, how are you? Thank you for joining. So I'm just going to wipe that off, guys. But even when I wipe it off, it's hard to wipe off. So you definitely get your money. It does stay. It does stay on for a while. Okay, so I'm going to get a e.l.f. blush brush, which we used in the video the other day. I do have, yeah, the reddish one's nice, isn't it? I do have a video where I do one side with the berries, one side with the kind of goldeny look. And you know, you can see for yourself what you love. So this is it. We're going to go super gentle, guys, because if you saw the video, a little goes a long way. I'll just show you on the screen. We're just going to tap. But take a look, Cadillac John, at the video, because it shows both. So you can see, guys. Look at that. And you got a bit of shimmer. So even though I said, you know, I like matte, you do have your shimmer, and I always take it up the jawline. If you take it down any further, it's going to kind of drag your face down. And if you feel like it's gone a bit too far, just get a clean brush or a foundation brush and put a line underneath. And you can see it really lifts up the color. So as I turn, you can see now, if I go in with a clean blush brush, like this one, and fade it out a bit, it's going to calm down. So you go to the color you want. If you want to intensify that more, go ahead for sure. But that's kind of where I'm comfortable with. So we're going to go again, and I'm actually going to use what's left on the brush, because you'll see, guys, how strong this is, and you'll see you don't, look at that. So if I turn to the side, now you would think, guys, because people are put off, oh, it's brown, it's more bronzy, but when you put it on the skin, it does look like blush. You know, I was a bit worried when I actually opened it the other day when I did a live, saying this looks like bronzer, it looks like eyeshadow, but look at it on the skin, guys. It really does pop. So that's kind of, so this is called Feeling Butter Terracotta. So that's that. Okay. So that's as much as I'm going to put on, guys, but you can certainly just intensify it as much as you want to use the berries. Now, in my video, guys, I put up on the screen, they do 18 different colors. So I put it up on the screen and I put it throughout the video so you can take a look. They do 18, and like they go from bright orange, bright pink, kind of fire truck red. Definitely take a look. I just chose 2, but certainly, guys, take a look. The other thing I'd say, guys, is if you're looking for deals, go on to TikTok, because what you have is you have a lot of makeup artists, guys, on TikTok, and they work on commission. So what they'll do is they'll say, okay, I'm going to do a 3 for 2 because I need this commission, or I'm going to do, so companies will send them the products, and they might do like a minute ad, a 60-minute ad, or no, second ad, and they'll do the makeup application kind of quick, and then they'll say this is where you get them. When you click onto that, guys, they do a discount, and then so you will find, guys, that's how I got these. I got them on TikTok. So that's the blush, guys. If you look at that, I know you wouldn't think the color, but look at that. It's really pretty. Now, yes, the red, the berries, definitely Cadillac John. Take a look at that video and you'll see how it kind of turned out. Cadillac John blush is so pretty. I love Cadillac John. I love how blush looks on the ladies. I want to look that good too. You can. You absolutely can. Just make it work for your face shape. That's what I did in the highlight and contour video too. What I did was I put all the screens up, because I said when you're looking at me do it, have a look to the side, because I put the screen up, and just look at where you need to put it based on your face shape, really. So with blush, I always say don't bring it down too much, because when you bring it down slightly, it kind of drags the face. If you bring it up onto the cheekbone, basically where you do blush naturally, it does kind of go really well. Sorry, it's 8:50 and I have school, so I have to go. No problem. I'll do a Saturday one as well, and there'll be longer form content, and hopefully then you can catch up after your shopping. Have a great rest of your week, Kaya. You know, and have a really good day in school tomorrow. And I'll see you soon. I appreciate you coming on. So now, guys, I'm going to be a little bit creative with the brows because I do have a Revolution brow pencil, but it's really dark. It is medium brown, but it was so dark the last time we put it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to get like a cool toned brown. I am going to use I'll show you, is this it? We might try it again. I'll show you again, Revolution. And it is their medium brown. So you get a brush on one side, you get the pencil on the other, so you can brush it into place. So I'll show you guys and you can make up your mind. So this is the brush and you just brush them into place. I do have my mirror, my really small mirror somewhere that I usually use. So I'm just brushing them into place, brushing them up and then out. The other thing I'd say is when you're doing your brows, don't go down. Don't do that because it'll make you look older. It'll drag your face down. What you should do, and just an advice, is bring it up and out because that's going to elongate your face. It's going to make you look younger. So if you see the difference, and then so I'll show you the brown basically. So let's have a look. Oh, here we go. There. So this is what it looks like, and I'll just swatch it for you. Hi, Rumpelstiltskin. How are you today? You're saying bye. Okay, Rumpelstiltskin. Nice of you to come in. Bye, Kaya. So all I'm going to do is follow not going to put it anywhere it isn't, and you'll see, guys, what I mean. This is medium brown, so it's not even brown. Can you see how dark that is? That's what I meant. I wasn't sure because it's even slightly darker than my hair. So yeah. And then I've made sure to bring that out at the end because it does kind of just lift up your eye as well. So we're going to do the same on the other side. Okay. And brushing them up and outwards again. So up and then out and across. Okay. And then we're going to color them in basically the same as this one. So as you can see, I'm bringing it across instead of down. Okay. See the difference in color? It's super dark. I'm just going to check settings because I know we were having issues earlier. Okay, perfect. Cadillac John, doing the eyelids is kind of tricky. It is as well because everyone has different shapes. So some people have hooded eyes, which means that the skin comes down slightly. Some people have kind of bigger lids and some people have smaller lids. So it just depends. I agree with you, Cadillac John. It does depend on your eye shape. Sorry, this is really tricky to open. So there we go. Okay. But I hope you're well, Rumpelstiltskin. I'm not sure if you're there or if you were just saying bye to us or to Kaya. Kaya had to go because she's going to school tomorrow. So Kaya is a long-time follower, guys. She's 12, just so you know, if you're ever in the beginning. She's a really nice young lady. Okay, so that's it, guys. It doesn't take a lot, but you can see how dark it is. So what I do, guys, before I do any eye makeup, what I kind of do is I set the face first because when you're doing like mascara or, you know, you don't want it to kind of run down your face. So what I'm going to use is, I hope I have my Revolution. So this is Revolution's Matte Fix, and it's the Oil Control Fixing Spray. So it's great if you have an oily T-zone because it'll really help you. So we're just going to pop this back. And all I'm going to do is spray a couple of so it's the Matte Fix no flashback as well, so that's quite good. Okay, we're just going to let that set for 30 seconds. So what we're going to do as a little bit of an experiment is so we've got the Too Faced Teddy Bear palette, And we've got our Beauty Glazed Perfect. Very similar colors. We're going to do one eye with this and one eye with this and see what we get, just to prove that it is really, really, you know, really good value for money. So Too Faced are a little bit higher end, and they can be a little bit more expensive. So I wanted to come on, guys, and show you something that's the exact, almost to the exact same. So what we'll do is, one more time, I'll show you the colors side by side. So this is Too Faced Teddy Bear. Sorry if you can hear the ambulance. And we're going to side by side, we're just going to pop. And this is Perfect by Beauty Glazed. So there you go, guys. Look at that. So we're going to choose a color that's super similar. We're going to do one eye here and one eye there, and we're going to see how it works. But guys, if you're saving your money or you're on a low buy, which means that you have a limited amount of money that you want to spend, go for this one. Beauty Glazed Perfect palette. Okay, let's do it then. Okay, so is my eye primer here? If it's not a massive deal. You can use concealer. I might have popped it away. Eye primer. I did. So what I'm going to do is, oh, I haven't. Sorry, guys, today with my migraines, honestly. So this is the Profusion. It's their pigment base. Now, I will say, guys, you certainly do not need to go out and buy a primer. If you've got concealer, that works absolutely fine. So I'm just going to pop this on quickly. I'll just show you. So it does come out white, but guys, it does calm down on the skin. And there will be pictures afterwards as well. So that's what it looks like. I know it's super, super white, but it does warm to the skin. So what I'm going to do, you can apply it with a brush, with your fingers. I'll just show you. So I'm going to do one here, one here. That's all you need. And I know it looks a bit funny. So what I do is use the same finger, and we just, looking in the mirror here, warm it right up, and bring that up as far as you bring your eyeshadow. So if you want to bring your eyeshadow right up here, you blend it in. Again, I will stress, concealer is absolutely fine. So that is going to calm down. I know it does look very, very white, but it will calm down as we're choosing the colors. So that's what you get. If I step away, you can see that. I'm just going to check that the messages are getting through. Okay, yeah, they're not. So now I'm changing, I'm looking again, guys, and now they're all showing. Okay, I'm going back up because, okay, so now this must be something, a filter on my lives, guys, because I keep having to refresh, going from top comments to all, and then it seems to show about 7 or 8 comments that I've, okay. So I'm going right. Okay, so Cadillac John, teacher at a young age. She will be a great one day. Sidhu Moza, what do elves learn in school? The alphabet. Rumpelstiltskin, that's a pretty good one. Cadillac John, that's a good idea. One on each eye. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hi, Andrea, you're back. Welcome back. So this is just a Profusion eye base, but I will say concealer is absolutely fine. And I would say, guys, I don't tend to use primer unless I am going out to something specific. Like if I'm just meeting somebody for an hour or two, I don't tend to put primer on, but on the odd occasion that I do go out, I will use either concealer or primer just to keep the eyeshadow on it. But so you can see, guys, it does come off very, very pale, but as it settles down into the skin, it okay, sorry. Cadillac John, look how that looks. Mary Papura, what was the eye primer? Profusion pigment base. And this is white. You can get skin toned or concealer toned, as I like to call it. Yeah. Okay, so that's enough on each eye. So what I'm going to do is just choose a color from both palettes that look super similar, and we're going to do one eye each. Cadillac John, I can't wait to get dolled up and go out for Halloween. Or have you got plans to go out for Halloween somewhere? What I'm going to do, I forgot my water and I'm really thirsty, but that's fine. Okay, so this is this, and we're going to choose 2 colors, and we're going to choose ones that look super similar. So I can see 2 already. So this one here, I'll just show this one here. and this one here. They're super similar. So we're going to try that and see how that goes. Okay, so let's catch up. Mary Papura, I love all your lip space. Okay. Makeup tutorials with Andrea. I feel like I need a primer for my eyelids. Concealer doesn't work for me as I have very noticeable purple veins in my eyelids. Every time I use eyeshadow, I use an eyeshadow base and a glitter prime. Yeah, some people prefer, and that's why some people go for the white, because it just, you know, covers everything, and then you can just pop on your eyeshadow after that. But yeah, so that's why I sometimes use a white, because I can get discoloration too, and the base, just the white base, is just a nice kind of base for your lids. I have plans on what to wear, but not sure where to go. Okay, you'll have to see. Hello, hi, how are you? Makeup tutorial for my shimmers. Yeah, Cadillac John at Makeup Tutorials. Andrea, I love how your makeup looks. Yeah, you're very good with eyeshadow. Amazing. Okay, so let me just have a look carefully down below, making sure that we're getting the exact same color on each. Okay, I've just got them side by side here, guys. So if you just wait a moment, okay. I'm trying to get more of the purplish rose colors. So if I just swatch you guys, this one, we might have a quick, so this one is more of a brown. Okay, so I'm trying to think. For example, this palette, guys, actually came with a concealer. So if I just show you, this is actually a concealer that you can use as a primer. So a lot of eyeshadow palettes will come with a primer. This one does. So, and again, it might look like it's a kind of just a concealer color, but actually if you look at it, it kind of would discolor everything, and it would make it like look at a clear base basically. So we might, the browns in here, guys, actually tend to be more alike than the berries. So let me just have a quick look. There's one very deep color that I don't usually go super dark, but just a moment. Okay. Makeup tutorials with Andrea. I'm using Juvia's Place. I prep, I prime at the moment. I'll need a new one soon, so maybe I'll try Profusion. And it's really good value for money too, Profusion. And it does like keep the eyeshadow on for at least 8 hours. Thanks, John. That's sweet of you to say. Which, yeah, absolutely. So I am looking at these two palettes, and the browns seem to be super similar, and there's a little bit of a difference in the pigmentation with the pinks, but we're going to go with it. I do think we can, yeah. So Scarlet, we're going to use Scarlet from this palette, and we're going to use, this doesn't actually have names, these ones don't have names, and this one. So yeah, so let's try that. We're going to go in with like a crease brush just to kind of go over the crease. So we're going to go in with Scarlet. This is from the Beauty Glazed palette. That's what it looks like. And I'm looking in the mirror here, guys. There's a mirror to the camera, side of the camera. And you can see you've got that berry color, but it's not really deep. So if you've blue eyes, green eyes, brown eyes, it's going to complement them all. So if you show you. So if you're saying I love berries, but I'm a bit scared of the berry color, this color is kind of an in-between. This is just the e.l.f. buffing brush. I've had it for maybe 2 years now, but you keep it really well. And then you can just buff out the edges. Okay. So that was from the Beauty Glazed palette. We're now going to go in to the Too Faced Teddy Bear palette and use the same color. Okay. Okay, and that's what it looks like. And I wanted to do this, guys, if you are on a low buy, because it will just give you that option to save other things, you know, for other things. There's other things out there, you know, the way the world is going, that we need to kind of save for. And why not, if you can, just get something that's kind of, wow, super similar. Amazing. I wanted to go for the berries, guys, because I did a gold kind of brown look. And berries are really nice for, berries are very nice for kind of, you know, the autumn. Okay, so we're just going to go on this side again with the Beauty Glazed, just to kind of strengthen the berry color, because I think it's coming off slightly brown, but I'm hoping that's coming off berry like. It's coming off very like in the mirror, but is it just me, or is it looking a little bit brown on screen? I'm just gonna really warm that up to the. Now there are certainly super deep. If you're a deep color, look at that, very deep colors, very deep colors. Cadillac John, love the berries makeup tutorial. I watched 45 eyeshadow brushes this afternoon, and I've got, wow, I don't think I have 45 brushes. It's amazing. And you've got so many more to wash. Wow. Would you consider becoming like, because you're quite good at the eyeshadow and stuff, would you consider becoming a freelance, like makeup artist, Andrea? And you can kind of work for yourself, because you're very good at eyeshadow. And everybody can be great at bronzer and you know, and blush, but when you have the eyeshadow down, that's what people want. They want to have really good eyeshadow. Oh whoa, that's a lot of brushes. Yeah, makeup tutorial. To me, it's looking a very light berry. Okay. Yeah, so there isn't a slight, I'm trying to make sure there's no slight difference. So I'll just show you what we used. So we have the Beauty Glazed, this one right here. And then I'll just show you with the Teddy Bear palette. We used this one here. So really, like, really similar. And I wanted to make sure, guys, that you would get the same colors and pay off, because sometimes you might look at something in a store or online and go, oh yeah, they look super similar. But when they're put on the skin, it might be a completely different story. So what I'm going to go in now with is Peachy, and then this one here from the Beauty Glazed makeup tutorials. I have way too many. Wow. And then we're going to go in. This is just a teddy bear here. This one here, the teddy bear kind of color on the outside. And we're going to go in really kind of with a berry-like color on the inside. I don't have my eyelash curler. It broke on me. So this is Peachy from the Perf. This is here. We're going to use that. We're going to use the same brush. I'm going to keep just refreshing, guys, because what I found was if I don't go in every couple of minutes, I, for some reason, don't see like the last 7 or 8 comments. It won't show me. So I'm just going to reset that in a minute. When I say reset it, I have to press settings and then go to top and all. So yeah. So this is just Peachy from the Beauty Glazed palette. A bit lighter. If I go up, you can see. Okay. And then what we'll do is go in with, like, we might go in with this shimmer here, because this one and Blink look really similar, because I want you to be able to use two. There. So you can see they're very similar. So we're going to do that on the inner corner. Okay. And we're going to use anything with like a shimmer or a matte, or a shimmer or a kind of glitter. I use the warmth of my fingers basically. So I'm going to go in and do that, and that's what it looks like. And we're just going to use the fingers and just really carry that along there. And that's that. So you can see it does say it's a shimmer, but when it actually goes on, it's just a really nice color. And if you're somebody that doesn't want too much shimmer, it's really the perfect kind of. There we go. So that's it, guys. It's the accumulation of light to dark, basically. What I'm going to do is go in the inner corners as well. So what I used there was Blink from the Beauty Glazed palette. It's coming off super shiny there. And then I used, on the other eye, I used this one here. So if I just swatch it for you so you can see. That is that one. That is the one I used. See? Obviously, the more you put on with this one and you build it up, the shinier and the kind of shimmier it's going to look. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, guys, is just put like a nice, you could leave it like that. So it's coming off, you can see the berries now come a little bit more. Makeup tutorials, Andrea, I would trust you to do my makeup. Oh, really, would you? I sure would. So would I. Because it isn't, I think it's always like any makeup artist can do foundation or blush or bronze, but you really do have the talent for eyeshadow application, which is like really can really be one of the toughest things to do. So yeah, I think if you were a freelance, yeah, I think it would be amazing. So that's how that goes. Now you don't have to do this part, guys, but what I'm going to do is just on the inside, just so they pop a bit, the inner corners, because I do have, I know you can't see it, but I do have kind of bluishy kind of discoloration. I have used concealer for it too, but what I'm going to do, and then we'll do the mascara, is go in with maybe a lighter color. Do we have the same? Two of the same. Let's have a look. Wow, that's super shimmery. Okay, I'm just checking, guys. Sorry, just a second. I might use this one, just one. I'm just going to use this one here. And all I'm going to do is inside there. We might even use, wow, that's a bit too dark, but that's okay. Might blend that out a bit with a clean buffing brush. Because that looks, it's gold, but it's not, it looks really light and then it came out really dark. I don't know if that's going to work. Okay, so that wasn't planned, guys. Wow. What we might do is use their concealer and just, there we go, and blend that in with a blender brush or blender sponge. That's it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go in basically with like a white color and put that in the inner corner and blend it out, because white on the inner corners is just going to make all these colors pop basically. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go in with this color here. And all we're going to do, this is what I meant to do before. I'm just looking in the mirror. There we go. Just see how it kind of just from this side to that, it just makes it pop a bit. Both of you, I trust to do my makeup and fashion, a girl's dream come true for sure. This is what it looks like, and we're just going into the inner corners before the mascara. And you can see I will blend that out, guys, but I like to apply it and then blend it out because it looks, it just wakes up the eyes. So, and then we're going to just redo with that Revolution Rose baking powder, do the mascara. So what I'm going to do, this is just a clean e.l.f. fluffy brush. And we're just going to, so it just doesn't look so, just blend it out slightly. So now what we're going to do is, all I'm going to do is a little bit of that rose baking powder underneath, put the mascara on, and then I hope this was useful to people if they do want to go for a more, you know, say you want to invest your money somewhere else. The Beauty Glazed Perfects eyeshadow palette is really good, and they do other colors. So if this isn't your kind, if you're looking at these saying I prefer golds or I prefer greens, they do those colors too. So all I'm going to do is pop a little bit more of this before the mascara, and we're just going to go in really carefully and just set basically everything under the eyes, because then it will make the eyeshadow pop a bit more. Just going to use this with now this came with the Revolution baking powder, but I think it's sold separately now. So I'm only going to use the top end, and we're just going in like that, and all that's going to do, I know it looks super white, but when it blends out and warms to the skin, can you see how it's just going to bring that back to the hairline too, so it looks a bit more natural. Can you see what it does compared to here? You can see the difference, and that's going to set everything you've done under the eye. Can you see the difference there, guys? It's really, and you can see it's even shaped the eyeshadow. So all we're going to do is the other side, really focusing. Now don't worry if that goes down, guys, because it is a powder. That's natural. That is going to happen. But because it's so light, if I blend that out, it just disappears really quickly. But it doesn't affect what you've done. So Revolution, again, guys, are a very good brand. Cadillac John, it definitely brings your eyes out. Rumpelstiltskin, no Tassos, so I'm just working today, or so I'm just lurking. I know, I didn't know if Tassos would be on or not. Maybe he's working, I don't know. He usually does come on, but yeah, it's strange when he's not on. Yeah, I know he's working a lot, he's saying. When he comes on, he says that he works quite a bit. So all I'm doing, so there you go, got the just kind of, and you can do the rest, put the rest in the T-zone. Just put the rest in the T-zone, just so you don't waste it. And then see how it just sets both of the eyes, even the shape. So now we're going to go in with the waterproof mascara, which is going to be is it Rimmel? I think it's the Rimmel. And then we're almost finished. The Rimmel Scandalise, which isn't very new at all. It's been around a long time. I hope I've put my mirror somewhere, because if you know what I do, you know I have a smaller mirror and I look into that mirror. I'll probably just have to use my Too Faced teddy bear mirror. I've been loving setting the under eye with powder. Yeah, it seems to work. I can see on camera it's looking a bit more heavy here, even though it's not. Yeah, no, I love it too, because it just, yeah, I can certainly see it's a little bit stronger on that side. But yes, Rumpelstiltskin, he must be working, I think. Okay, so this is Scandalise. The purple lid is waterproof. They've got a blue one that's not waterproof, just to let you know. But again, Rimmel, really affordable. Okay, but that's not to say, guys, if you want to go out and get the Teddy Bear Too Faced palette, absolutely go for it, you know. I'm just going to be using their mirror, and I'm going to just do the mascara. But I hope, Andrea, that you get, you know, an emergency appointment, because the tooth affects the head, it affects the you know, the appetite, everything. So I really hope, and I'm glad you got the painkillers, because that's really going to help you, you know. That's great. Okay, so all I'm going to do, and this is what the what that looks like, just in case you're wondering. So I'm just going to look down at the mirror, just in case. If you're wondering where I'm looking, I'm just looking in the mirror. I don't have my eyelash curler, it broke on me. So I always say eyelash curlers do 50% of the work. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. But again, anything waterproof is going to be great, you know. Again, the only thing that I didn't do that I would do if I was going out is use SPF. I'm not going out, so usually I would. The other thing about this palette, guys, is it makes you hungry because it smells of chocolate. It does say that in the advertisement, it does, but it smells of chocolate. And I'm trying not to eat after a certain time to try and help my diet. But if you get it, guys, it smells very strongly of chocolate, just so you know. Okay, a little bit on my lid, but we'll fix that up. That's okay. Okay, I've had to look for that teddy bear palette. I can't find it. Really, from Too Faced. I got this on Cult Beauty a couple of years ago. I wonder if it's on their website, Too Faced website. Look Fantastic might have it as well. But it's a really, if I just show you, it's a really nice palette, you know, and it does smell of chocolate. That's the only thing I'll say. I'm on a no buy, so I'm stopped looking. The only thing I'm getting now, Andrea, is a Shein haul for clothes, and then I'm done. I'm done till about January, I think. I knew I needed the blushes, but I desperately need new clothes for sure. And I'm going on Shein because affordable. And then I'm on a no buy after that, for sure. Okay, so obviously, guys, I usually would use a eyelash curler, but I don't have that, so it's not going to show as much. But this is what you get. This is how the shape of the brush there. So it goes thinner. The bristles are thinner on the inside, and then they're thicker on the out. So the thinner bristles will help you in the inner corners of your lashes. Cadillac John, oh, okay, trying to save money. I hear that for sure. Me too. Me too, absolutely. It is so expensive. The price of food has gone up. The price of everything has gone up. Electricity, everything. Okay, so you can see the more you work on it, the bigger you get, basically. So I'm just going to do the same. When I'm on a video, I just fast forward this process. So I know a lot of people don't, it's not very interesting to look at somebody do mascara, but we're nearly at the end now, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming on. Andrea, it's great to see you here. And guys, do take a look if you're just joining or halfway joining. Do take a look at Andrea's channel. But is that something you'd consider, Andrea, like down the line, maybe in the future, doing like freelance makeup? Because you're very good at eyeshadow. And like I say, anyone can kind of do foundation and blush and things, but actually the eyeshadow is the really tricky part. Okay, I don't want to bore you guys to tears looking at me put mascara on, so it won't be too much longer. Okay, I'm hoping you can see it there. So this really, the thinner one here, if I just show you, is where you would use like the mascara on the inner corners. And I like that. Some brushes you can get, and it's a really thick brush, and you're trying not to get it anywhere, but the thinner to the thickest is what I like. So, okay, I won't keep you guys too long. Mascara for me, I'm very aware when I do mascara too that people are watching, only because it's not very interesting, really. Again, I will say, if you can wear false lashes, do. I can't. But only because I've got an allergic reaction. Um it's either the glue or the lashes themselves. I don't know what it is, but I can't. I tried before and I got an infection. And it was nothing to do with the lashes, they were brand new, but I can't use them. I just can't. Okay, so that's kind of, you could go on the lower lashes if you wanted to, but that's the berry, kind of light berry look. You could certainly go deeper. There's a lot of deeper colors we can always look at, maybe in a longer form content video I can do, but that's kind of what you get. And what you could do is wait for your mascara to dry and then go on and put your setting powder on again. The setting powder we used was the Revolution Matte Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. Again, Revolution's available in Superdrug and Amazon. I'm just going to find the mascara, pop that back. Okay, I'm just going to catch up with the comments. I will put pictures in the post section. Is Shein makeup tutorials, Andrea? Yes, Shein is very affordable, absolutely. Rumpelstiltskin, is Shein good? I barely do any shopping. It is really good. It does makeup and clothing, and I think it does homeware. It does everything really. But the big thing is Rumpelstiltskin is that the prices are really good. Cadillac John, I'm going to make a spare room in the house, my transformation room. All my girl outfits and makeup is there. Come in as a guy, come out as a girl. Yeah, for sure. Make sure then drain. No, I don't think so. So I'm happy to do mine, but would be nervous doing other people's. I understand that. Cadillac John. Looks great. Love it. That's good. Hopefully it's coming up on screen, because when I look in the mirror, it certainly looks a bit stronger, or the lashes look a bit longer, but it could just be the how I'm looking at the screen. So now let's go to lips, and then I think we're done. So Elf Day to Night. Again, I've had this for about a year. So you get a night. It's more berries. So you got your night. You got your night and your day. So and it says it here, night, day. I'll show you both. This is night. So we're just gonna swatch that for you. There's night and super berries there. Super berries, if that makes any sense. Day. I'm gonna put day right beside it. So yeah, day is certainly, I think we're going to go for the darker one, guys, because we've gone light on the eyes. If we go light on the lips, it's going to just cancel everything out, because the blush is light. Why don't we go for the berries, even though it's probably going to look super, super dark? Why don't we just try it? Okay, so this is the berries. That's the one we're going to pop on here. Okay, I'm going to use my mirror again. Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Andrea. Makeup shows with Andrea. It's such a dream come true. Oh, wow. Yeah, having your own room dedicated to clothes and makeup. So all I'm doing, I'm looking in the mirror here, guys. Again, this smells like vanilla, just in case you like vanilla or don't like vanilla. They both smell like vanilla. And then we're done, I think. So yeah, look at that, guys. Wow. Okay. So that was the two, and I'm just wondering. Okay, we'll go with it because it's on now. Okay. It is a bit dark, isn't it? But okay, we'll go with it. It's definitely, I'll stop talking while I'm putting lipstick on. That's not a good idea. But what I was going to say is it's definitely really deep berry, isn't it? Whoa, okay. Okay, so I am going to, because it does bleed out slightly. It's very moisturizing, which means it's a bit looser, it's a bit more runny. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to get this here. Okay, so you can see I'm being super careful here just because it did run slightly, but that's the color you get. Probably the pictures will show it up a bit more. It's kind of bordering on red. It does say berries, deep berries, but it's bordering on like a deep red. So I don't think I'd go any heavier, guys. You could if you want to, but wow, super dark. But if I just show you, this was the one we could have gone with here. So it's more of a kind of a mauvey light brown. But this is the color we went for. So that's the e.l.f. Duo Day to Night. I think it's about £6 on the e.l.f. website. So that's it. And you can see it's moisturizing and there's a glossiness to it. So, but because of that, guys, be super careful because it bleeds out slightly. It's a good product, but it does bleed because it's really soft and moisturizing, which is great. But as you saw, and I'm being super careful, I even know I have to fix this before the pictures, which I will do. But yeah, that's kind of what we got. So I didn't go too deep berry like with the eyes, because if I did this color and this color, it would cancel each other out. Whereas this is a little bit brighter. So you got the deeper. So focus on one, guys. That's what I'd say. If you like deep berry, super dark eyes, go for that and go for a lighter lip. If you like the other way around, that's what I do, because I find that it doesn't kind of it kind of looks a bit better. So let me just catch up. Lipstick is my favorite. Cadillac John. Makeup tutorials with Andrea. Yeah, go with the dark. Yeah, it does sound nice, doesn't it? That looks pretty. Thank you, Makeup tutorials with Andrea. Pink lipstick is my all-time. Yes. Do you remember, Cadillac John, that I put up the MAC pink for you on my post section? That's a really nice one. Bye, Rumpelstiltskin. Sorry, Tassos wasn't here. I know you guys chat, so hopefully he's on Sunday. Maybe again, he's probably working. Makeup tutorials and dry. It's like a Bordeaux color. Yeah, it's definitely. Hopefully the pictures showed up a bit more, but I didn't want to go too deep with the berries and too deep with the reds because I think it would just look a bit kind of too stark. But I think, guys, we're coming to the end. Coming to the end of the tutorial, sorry, video. I've done a tutorial video today. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, I'm a bit all over the place, but I hope you enjoy, guys. The blush we used, I'll just swatch for you, was the NYX Buttermelt blush in terracotta. And you can see there is a faint berry color on it, but I do take a look at the longer form content video because that does look you definitely see kind of the difference in both. I'll just show you again, and then this is it, guys. I think I'm in love. I don't know if that's possible to be in love with makeup, but yeah. So that's what we have on. And I do remember I put a super light amount on, but look at that. Okay. Makeup with tutorials with Andrea by Rumpelstiltskin. Cadillac John, I enjoyed this. Absolutely, I loved seeing you, Cadillac John. We haven't seen you in a while, so I'm back on what day is it? Sunday at 7 p.m. UK time. I hope you do find some makeup and you branch out a little bit, and maybe this has given you some ideas if you are kind of, this is called Beauty Glazed, so they're on Amazon in America too. Rumpelstiltskin, It's All Cool by Andrea by John, Cadillac John by Rumpel. And again, I hope, Rumpelstiltskin, that Tassos can make it on, but I know he was saying the last time he was looking for a place, and he was trying to share with somebody, so I think there's probably loads going on for him at the minute. But that's it. I know I do see, guys, that this is a little bit kind of, it needs to be filled in a bit, and I will do that just really carefully off screen because I think it's really moisturizing, but I think it does run really easily. So that's that, guys. It was great talking to you, Andrea, and I do hope that you start to feel better soon. If people are just on now, do take a look at Makeup Tutorials with Andrea. Even if you get your own ideas, you can look at her tutorial and follow along with the eye. She's great with eyeshadow. Cadillac John, it was really good to see you. I will put up photos. I'll go and get some dinner, even though I should have bit earlier, but my headache was just too much. I couldn't even eat. It was just, yeah. the painkillers will probably wear off soon. So yeah, but thank you guys. Makeup tutorials with Andrea. I hope you feel better soon too, Kira. I hope you do too, because toothache, guys, and I know from experience, it's really debilitating because it just affects things, doesn't it? Cadillac John, yes, I hope you both feel better. Thank you. And again, Cadillac John, Sundays at 7 p.m. UK time and Mondays, and obviously today is Wednesday. I had to think there, 7 p.m. UK time. I'm always on. So, but guys, if you do want to take a look at the blush video, I have the berries and the terracotta on my long-term videos, guys. I'm just not, yeah, longer form content even. Yeah. Okay. I'm starting to kind of go down, haven't I, guys? Okay, so yeah, I can't, this lip is very strong, so I hope it does match, guys. Maybe it's just looking at the camera. I hope you guys liked the tutorial and you found it interesting. The NYX, I will say, guys, these are on TikTok on a huge discount. So just have a look. You know, I'm finding on TikTok, makeup artists work on commission. So they'll create a TikTok account. I'm going to go soon. Sorry, guys, I know I'm talking. But basically, if this helps anybody, they create TikTok accounts. NYX or any company send them products. They then are based off commission. So they'll do a 2 for 1. They'll do a 3, even a 5 for 2. That's when you get in, guys, and get that good deal. So not NYX, it could be anything, you know. So but that's how I got this. Basically, I got 2. So yes, that's it, guys. I really enjoyed talking to you. Sorry that I can't stay on any longer, but I think I am going to start to go down slightly soon. I will take photos and I'll put them in the post section. Makeup Tutorials Andrea, I hope you feel better. Cadillac John, Rumpelstiltskin, I know you've had to go. And Kaya, I know you went too. Hope you have a good day in school tomorrow, Kaya, if you're looking back, and that your maths went well. Maths was definitely not a strong point, but I'm glad, as you said, that your teacher is quite understanding and funny, so that's good too. But guys, if you do want to see my next live, it's Sunday at 7 p.m. I hope everybody feels better. They have a better week. My MRI is Friday, so let's hope that goes okay. And I'll see you all very soon, Sunday, basically. But again, the post section will have the photos up soon. So Cadillac John, it was great to see you, and Andrea, Rumpelstiltskin. Sorry, Tassos, if you're looking back. I know that you're getting a new place to live and work as you're doing shifts and stuff. You were saying that before. I think Rumpelstiltskin missed chatting with you. But yeah, hopefully see you all on Sunday at 7. Andrea, I really do hope that you feel better soon, because toothache is just, yeah, I understand that. Photos will be up soon, guys. See you very soon, and thank you for watching.